Hey guys, what's up? 2024 is looking different. 2024 has been looking so different. You guys know here and there I kind of talk about, my dating stories and share different things because it's, my YouTube channel, and although it's primarily, of course, about my health and fitness journey, it's a little sprinkle of everything else. And so yeah, it's been a while since I've chatted with you guys. I've been dropping a lot of vlogs, and I kind of just want to take some time to sit and talk with my girls. So that's what we're doing today. But yeah, 2024 is just looking so different. I don't know, I'm in a different mood. I don't know, I guess I'm in a place in my life where I'm finding myself naturally wanting to put more energy towards this. I've always been trying to make time for it, right? Squeeze in a social life here and there, squeeze in these men here and there. But there was just always so much more that was important to me and at the forefront of my mind. And I feel like there's kind of been a shift in 2024. Not that I don't care about anything else, like no. Like there's still a lot that I care about and that I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just finding myself just having, I don't know, a lot more fun with it, and I guess just craving a bit more connection and stuff. And it's just the season that I'm in. And if you saw my last vlog, then gosh, then you already know I've been really trying to challenge myself with just being more open-minded and trying to, just being open to dating people who aren't necessarily my typical type. Because I'm very open anyway. I am very open. But before we jump headfirst into all of that, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an online professional therapy service that I've used and will continue to use and utilize in my life, because with weight loss, with dating, with literally everything, it's so helpful to have someone to speak to talk to share your thoughts with, and to receive wisdom from. And BetterHelp pairs you with a professional and licensed therapist that you can use to talk to through your issues with dating and everything else. One thing I love about BetterHelp is its ability to match you with a licensed therapist, and you can choose what parts of your life you want to talk about that you might need help in or advice in, or you just want someone to lend an ear to and to give you some feedback with. BetterHelp makes therapy so accessible and so easy. It's literally right at your fingertips, as you can use the app on your phone to reach out to your therapist at any time that's convenient for you. The accessibility with it is just genius, and it's so incredibly helpful. Therapy gives you tools to approach life in a different way, and BetterHelp's mission is to make it even easier and even more accessible. So that's why I love the service. It's easy to sign up. Check the link in my description box. Check the first comment. I'll have it linked there for you as well. And if you're interested in an online, convenient, and reliable platform, then BetterHelp is the way. Using my link gets you a discount off on your first month. And yeah, I want to thank BetterHelp once again for sponsoring this video. That's Better, H-E-L-P, help. But okay, you guys, therapy, because I think I might really need it. I mean, kind of, not really, I don't know. I just will say that trying to date men who aren't my typical type has been interesting. Has been an interesting challenge. Let's just say that it's been an interesting challenge, and I know BetterHelp and some therapy can really help me to navigate this challenge. I mean, honestly, I'm all about living life and doing things outside of my comfort zone, so why not be dating outside of my comfort zone? And this is not just in reference to my last vlog and dating someone that was, shorter than what I'm used to. But I also went on a date for the first time ever. I went on a date with someone that was not, and that's just new for me. Believe it or not. I'm open, I'm attracted to any and everybody. Love is love. But I personally have only ever been out with Black men until now. Because yeah, we're in a season of letting life surprise you, of being open-minded, and yeah, some things you just gotta do it for the plot, Some things you just gotta do it for the plot of life. Literally, sometimes I just toss up my hair and be like, you know what? It's for the plot. Good, bad, whatever. The plot is plotting, and we're enjoying the story we're writing. That's all that really matters. And I really like the idea of giving life the chance to surprise me. I don't know where I'm gonna end up. I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's give life a chance to surprise me. We're just saying yes. Who knows where I'll end up, but at least I know I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy the ride. Honestly, I'm just proud of myself for being open-minded. Not even with the race thing. I just mean like not getting so stuck on like, he needs this or he should be this. This is what I usually like. Not getting so stuck on my type that I am being open. Because I know how like silly and frivolous some type things are. For me, attraction grows. Attraction really, really grows. And that's not to say I wasn't attracted to any of these men that are different from my usual type. I was attracted to them. I am attracted to them. I find them handsome. But because it's different than my go-to, it's a little like, wait a second. You know, it just takes a little bit more getting used to. But I found I'm getting used to it. That's all I'm saying. You know what I found extremely interesting? I heard something on like a podcast that it challenged me and kind of changed my view. And they said something that kind of clicked with me. I wish I could remember the podcast. I wish I could remember. But the main point that stuck with me that I do remember is that the person was kind of talking about as she grew more confident and sure of her femininity, it allowed for her to like date different types of men. And I wish I could remember the exact example, but whatever. But her saying that was like a light bulb moment going off in my head, because my experience with dating like shorter men, because like I said, I never thought I was someone who cared about height. I've never been, he needs to be 6 feet. But I realized everyone I've dated has been over like 5'8", you know, 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". Easy peasy for me. I'm 5'3", 5'4". So I didn't need 6 feet because they were still taller than me and it was enough. But dating men who are my height or a bit shorter it's been a little bit more challenging. And hearing the girl talk about being secure in her femininity and allowing for her to just enjoy men as they are, it just clicked with me, because I think my issue with like a smaller man, even just not even necessarily like short, I mean smaller frame too, because I typically like big husky people. And I think part of it does have to tie into it making me feel more feminine. How being someone who's always struggled with being bigger, with being heavier, I've always struggled with, you know, being uncomfortable in my body to the point where I'm wearing oversized clothes and I couldn't even wear all the little cute dresses and tube tops and all the cute things that I really always wanted to wear but never felt comfortable in. I feel like there's a part of me that's always wanted to express my femininity but felt like I really couldn't because I didn't have the look, the shape, or the body type for it. And so even when it came to dating, it's like wanting to date men that made me feel more feminine. I needed a bigger, broader man. I needed a guy that was taller than me. Because yeah, I already, in so many other ways, I already felt masculine and I didn't necessarily like it. So hearing the podcast where the girl kind of spoke of it, it really made that light bulb go off for me. And hold on, I'm gonna apply my eyeliner and be back. But yeah, I mean, of course, I think it's normal and natural. Maybe even you could argue it's animalistic and kind of innate to want a big, strong protector man, right? But yeah, I guess making that connection really makes me want to challenge myself more, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm not feeling someone, I'm not feeling someone. If I'm not attracted to you, I'm not attracted to you. If it's a height thing, if it's whatever it could be, like, I will honor myself and my feelings. I'm not gonna force myself to like anyone. But what I don't want to happen is like someone, like everything about them, enjoy them, and then find a small part of myself like ruining my own blessings because of something silly like, oh, I never imagined myself with a guy like this. Like something that small, you get me? If you're everything I want on paper and we get on like a house on fire and I'm attracted to you, I'm not gonna let a little nagging voice being like, this is not what I imagined though. When little Ashley would envision her future, she didn't imagine a guy that looked like this. Like, I'm not gonna do that to myself. No. But yeah, making that connection helped for me to just be more aware and to really want to like challenge myself with it, but also recognizing how deep it really goes. Like I remember back in middle school, back in elementary, I was aware that I was like not like the other girls. I was a little bigger. I remember even the boys kind of saying stuff. In middle school though is when it really kind of hit me. I remember having a crush and looking at the size of my legs compared to his, because he was little. He was a little boy. And although I'm short, I've always just been a stocky person. I'm just stocky, you know? But yeah, that's the crazy part, is realizing that like sometimes it's just the mental image you had in your head, and that maybe what you used to envision and dream about, it's just gonna look a little differently. And that's what really, I don't know, just felt so stupid to me. It's like, it just felt so stupid. It's like, why am I letting an image in my head dictate how I'm actually moving in life? Like, I think the key to like just happiness in general and finding contentment and happiness with so much of life, with your job, where you work, where you're at, is just like letting go of the fantasy. We all might have a bit of a fantasy in our heads, and there's some things you definitely want. I'm not saying you need to settle for things that you don't need to settle for. But I guess it's just like identifying what are the non-negotiables, what are the most important things, and making sure that's what you get. And I know for me, when it comes to finding love, when it comes to physical characteristics, those are not super high on the priority. Unless, of course, I'm not attracted to you. This is all under the presumption that I'm attracted to the person, right? If you're attracted to them, they tick off the most important things, you love hanging out, all of that stuff is good, then yeah, I personally wouldn't want something like, oh, but he isn't black. I always thought he'd be a black guy. I wouldn't want that to get in the way. Or, oh, he's a little shorter than what I used to, like, who cares? Anyway, I've been having fun dating outside of some of my typical types and just being a bit more open-minded. And like I said, allowing room for life to surprise me. Like I said, for the plot. Some things, just do it for the plot and we'll see where life takes us. What I do want to say is like having this experience, like, you know, going on a date with someone for the first time that, you know, wasn't a black man. It was interesting because I had all these preconceived notions in my head, like, oh, am I gonna feel awkward being out with him? Am I going to notice people looking at us? Am I going to care if people think a certain way or think a certain thing? Like, you know, and I had all these thoughts wondering how would I feel being out in public? I wonder if this is gonna bug me or that's gonna bug me. And actually going on a date and hanging out with this person and being with this person, it was just crazy how easy it was, how effortless it was, and nothing got under my skin. Walking around on a date, hand in hand, I didn't notice if people were looking. Sitting down at dinner, across the table, just getting lost in conversation. I completely forgot that, like, oh, this isn't a black guy. It was just like, I'm here on a date with a man. That's it. Like, a handsome man. That's it. So that was an interesting experience. It's just something new. And also just kind of exciting because being American, being from Los Angeles, you know, being in a time where race relations, you know, not too long ago, Black Lives Matter, everything happening, it's the racial tension can be so palpable in America, and you kind of always see things through a racial lens, and arguably you have to do that just to survive out there, right? And so I was worried that, like, going on a date and stepping outside of my zone in this way, yeah, I wonder if the color, if I'm going to be seeing color the whole time, basically. And I didn't. I wasn't seeing color. And not in some, oh, we shouldn't acknowledge color. Like, no, everyone's different. Acknowledge and accept and appreciate their differences. I just mean I wasn't sitting there being hyper aware of our differences. In fact, it just didn't even faze me. It's just a woman and a man. Cute man. But yeah, it was just a really good experience, like challenging myself in this way, dating outside of my normal type, and, you know, knowing my non-negotiables, knowing the things I actually want in a partner, making sure those are there, but allowing for some flexibility and room with the rest, you know? I just wanted to sit and chat. I'm getting a phone call. Sorry, I had a phone call. But yeah, I want to end this. This is like going way too long. I just mean to say, I guess it's just fun giving life room to surprise you, and I love seeing change and growth and anything that can be a catalyst for change and growth, you know. I embrace it with open arms. And once again, I want to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. It's easy to do things for the plot and to try new stuff when you got a therapist on your side and right here on your mobile device. Not here, but where's my phone? I don't know. On my phone. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Catching with you guys later. Thanks for joining me in today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week with a new one.